Hey there everyone, welcome to the ukestuff channel and welcome to this comparison video of two pineapple laminate ukuleles. We have the Makala MK-P, owned by a friend of mine that asked me to put Aquila Soprano gut strings back on it. And then an Aiersi pineapple that I still haven't changed the strings on. This is one that I kept for myself. I bought 30 of these to give away as gifts and to resell at a very, very slight profit, like $3 per instrument. Sold most of them to a school, and they knew that I was making $3 per instrument. And this is one of my highest rated and probably the cheapest ukulele. Although right now these are not so cheap, shipping from China. You have to order them from Aiersi directly, but these are still some of my favorite inexpensive laminate instruments. So with that being said, I wanted to compare the two. They're very similar in a lot of ways. If you look at the size of the body, they're almost identical. The Aiersi has a little bit taller heel, and they both have a very C-shaped neck, which I often complain about. The nuts are pretty much identical. Spacing on the Aiersi is a little bit wider, but not by much. So, you know, the Makala I kind of recently reviewed and didn't like, you know, the tight spacing on the strings and the tight nut, especially at the price point and the fact you don't get any accessories with it. And the Aiersis at one point were selling for like $25 a piece. They're much more than that now. But I think you'll hear a difference in here, and there's a few other things as well. They're both made out of laminate, so I can see the, you know, the sandwich of the laminate on both of them looking at the sound hole. But I just thought I would compare them in terms of sound for you. Playing experience is going to be very similar overall, although I think the Aiersi is a little bit thinner on the neck, just a touch, but not by much. Aiersi could improve that as well. Here we go. Let's show you the Makala MK-P first. I'm going to start with Mark Pugh's Snowdon Symphony. He is the owner of Stones Music in the UK and a distributor of a number of brands, including Baton Rouge, I think Magic Fluke potentially he is, and then as well as Kiwaya in the UK. So here is the Makala MK-P Snowdon Symphony. Lots of low end sustain there. Here is the Aiersi. They're SU-021P. You can buy it at aiersimusic.com. Here we go. Now it sounds crazy, but I hear more open sound on the Aiersi between this and the Makala. The Makala is just slightly out of tune right now, so let me tune that back up and give it a fair shot. The strings are a little bit out of tune because they're still stretching just a touch. They're mostly stretched. The E's really out. There we go. Okay, one more time for the Makala. And once again, the Aiersi. Yeah, the Aiersi just is more open and bright, even with ukulele strings, and that would only get better when I put Martin 600s on this. This is, again, one of them that I kept. I really like the pattern of this wood on this one that I kept. Now, again, the Aiersi does not have the full vintage look, but otherwise, it's a really nice little soprano. Now, let's do a little bit of finger picking. Here's a little for Elise, Beethoven. All right, and on the Aiersi. Yeah, so I like the sound of the Aiersi better, and of course I like the original price of the Aiersis better as well. But again, with shipping and global messes with the economy and everything else, you can understand that those prices have gone up too. So this is just a really, really quick comparison between these two. If I was going to buy one of them, I would go with the Aiersi, and the only thing you're going to get with the Aiersi, well, you might get a cleaning cloth, you might get a couple of picks, and you get a really flimsy bag. So you're still going to have to buy a bag for this one, and this one doesn't come with any accessories either, and if you get it with accessories, you're going to pay more for it. So realistically, one way or the other, you're going to end up having to buy accessories for either one of these, but if you had my choice, it would be the Aiersi, but you might have a different choice. And of course, if you like pineapple ukuleles, again, the original is the Kamaka, if you can find a Kamaka pineapple. My friend has one of those too that owns this one, which is amazing, vintage one. But also Pono, also Ohana, Koloha has a couple different ones. Not only Pop's Pineapple Sundays, but they actually have a pineapple model, and of course like Blackbird Clara. So there are a bunch of options out there, and of course even Kala has its sort of thematic pineapple painted. Glary has some. I would not buy a Glary or suggest a Glary, one of those to you. Just see Rich Davis's channel on YouTube for some Glary nightmares that he's had. But yeah, so between these two, the Makala and the Aiersi, I really do like this Aiersi, and it remains one of my favorites, even though they can do some work still on that neck, and I would love to see a 36mm nut on these guys as well, a little bit wider string spacing. All right, thanks so much for joining me for this video. I hope you're having a great day, and I'll be back soon with some more uke stuff for you.